Bo Nix made his NFL debut yesterday in preseason week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts, and based on the initial eye test, a lot of members of Broncos country came away impressed. But as I always like to say, you can't always judge things off of the broadcast footage. You have to dive into the All 22 coaches tape to get a true picture on how a guy played, and we're going to go ahead and do that today. I thought that Bo Nix made several good throws, but there was also some bad and some ugly as well mixed into his play. So without further ado, Broncos country, let's go ahead and dive right into the tape. On the first drop back of Bo Nix's professional career, he's going to get a concept called by Sean Payton designed to beat Gus Bradley's cover 3 heavy defense. Bradley is one of those few coordinators that still comes from the Seattle cover 3 era, and he still runs quite a bit of cover 3. So the concept here is going to be this little stick route here as the first read on the left-hand side from Courtland Sutton. Then we've got this stick nod here, the number 2 read for Greg Dulcich in the slot, and then number 3 is this little return route here by little Jordan Humphrey. Again, this is designed to go 1, 2 to 3, left to right across the board. So if we go ahead and roll this clip here, you're going to see right away that Bo Nix has his first read relatively open. You can see that Courtland Sutton is open right here on this little sit route. This is the first read. This is where the ball should go. Bo comes off of it a little bit early before Courtland settles down and gets set here, and he decides to go to the stick nod with Greg Dulcich, but he comes to it a little bit too late. You'll see that if he's going to throw the stick nod, then the ball needs to be out right now. Lead him right here, and this is probably a completion. Instead, the safety is going to have time to drive in because Bo Nix throws this ball late. Quinn Miners gets beat up front here, and obviously the pressure is going to affect Bo a little bit on this one, but still, he shouldn't have even thrown the stick nod to begin with. I understand you want to hunt for completions right there, but your first read in the progression was open. So ideally, you want to see Bo just come right here, throw the sit route to Courtland Sutton, instead of having to try to push this ball late, and the safety drives on it. He's lucky that this isn't intercepted. So not a great start for Bo Nix's professional career. Not the greatest first throw here. He's just got to be a little bit more comfortable and not rush going through the reads here, because if he just hangs on for another second, Sutton's open and you get a quick, easy completion right there. Instead, your first throw is a near interception. So on this next one here, you're going to see that Bo Nix, it's going to be a play-action concept, fake to Jaleel McLaughlin. Bo's going to drift back to his right here. Jaleel's just going to leak out into the flats. You've got this corner route here from Courtland Sutton, paired with a deep over from the slot right here. And you'll see that Bo is going to drift back on this one, which is the designed footwork of this concept with the fake. He then steps up because if you look at the bottom of your screen right here, Garrett Bowles is getting absolutely worked by that Colts edge rusher. I believe that's Kwity Paye. I mean, he is getting absolutely destroyed. Bo does a good job of sensing that pressure, but I feel like the ball needs to go right here into the flat. You've got a chance to get an easy completion right here and at least get some positive yardage. Instead, Bo's going to hold on to the ball for just a tick too long. He tries to step up and throw this deep over route to little Jordan Humphrey, but you'll see that it's smothered, and Bo's lucky that that one wasn't picked off as well. This one is definitely a very tightly contested ball that is thrown late and shouldn't have even been thrown to that spot. Bo just needs to get to the flat right here. Just hit your underneath route, hit your check down, and get some easy yardage that way. Instead, we try to force it, and it's a near disaster. Not good at all. Here we've finally got Bo Nix's first NFL completion. Bo takes the snap, and Courtland Sutton's going to take an inside release right here on Dallas Flowers, and then he's going to be running a corner route. You'll see that Bo Nix has to hold on to the ball a little bit here. It's going to be 3rd down and 10, his first 3rd down of his professional career. And so in order for this deeper developing concept to work, Bo's going to have to hold on to the ball and drift a little bit. But as the pocket starts to break down, he doesn't quite like what he sees until he sees that Dallas Flowers, the Colts DB, has completely stumbled and fallen down right here, leaving Courtland Sutton wide open along the sideline. Bo Nix does a really good job of not panicking and keeping his eyes locked downfield and not dropping his eyes when the pressure finally starts to affect the play here. He keeps his eyes downfield the whole way. And look at this throw that he's going to deliver to Courtland Sutton right here. That is impressive stuff. It really is. He leads him to the sideline, and he's throwing off platform, so this is pure arm strength. He's low and to the sideline where only Courtland Sutton can get it. This is special stuff right here. These are the positives that we definitely are going to take away from this film and say, all right, we can work with this moving forward. This is awesome stuff right here. Not bad for your first NFL completion, Rook. On this one here, we've got off coverage from the Indianapolis Colts, and against off coverage, one thing you can do is just run a little out route here. This guy's probably going to be bailing backwards, so you're going to have some good space underneath here to work just on a simple out route. And that's exactly what the Broncos are going to do here with Josh Reynolds. And it's a good job, again, by Bo, just being on time, in rhythm, in structure. He hits the bottom of his drop. He reads the leverage of this corner right here. I believe it's Dallas Flowers again. And you can see that Flowers is giving plenty of cushion right here for Josh Reynolds to work this out route. It's bad leverage for Flowers, and Nix is able to read it, hit the bottom of his drop. He does kind of have to fade backwards a little bit. I don't like that as much. Just hit the bottom of your drop and drive into it. He's not really using his hips to generate velocity with the throw, but regardless, it gets there perfectly on time. And great job right there from Reynolds putting Flowers in a blender and turning upfield and getting the first down on that one. It's a great read by Bo, just reading the leverage of the defender. Super simple stuff, but very efficient. Good ball on time. And Reynolds turns up and gets the first down. Good stuff. He's really good at anticipating these outbreaking routes. This is a perfect example of that right here from Bo Nix. Now this one is going to be not so good. Bo Nix has had some issues taking snaps under center. That's been a problem in training camp. And on this one, he's just going to evacuate a little bit early. It's a run play to the left side, and he drops the ball. It's not a bad snap at all from Luke Wattenberg. Bo just needs to be able to secure it. It hits him in the hands. If it hits you in the hands, you've got to secure it. That's a bad job by Bo right there, securing that snap. Now, luckily, he falls back on top of it to prevent disaster, but still, you want to see Bo get better, just about not evacuating the center too early right there when he's working from under center. You just want better footwork, and you want better timing with your center on that. That's something that we've seen pop up during training camp, and now we see it rear its ugly face during a game. Not what you want to see at all, and hopefully it gets cleaned up, but this has been something that has been a problem throughout the entire offseason for Bo Nix, so if it continues to be a problem, then I'm going to become very concerned about it. This is great stuff by Bo Nix. So it's going to be single high man coverage here for the Indianapolis Colts. Just a simple outside release go route. Got Josh Reynolds press coverage with this Colts DB. And Bo is going to do a good job freezing the safety with his eyes on this play. Just playing it at full speed here. You'll see that Bo kind of peaks right here at this route in the slot just to freeze the safety and get him to hold on his spot for just a second. And then he lets that go route rip. drops it perfectly in the bucket, and Josh Reynolds cannot haul it in. This is one that Reynolds has to catch. It's a great job by Bo freezing the safety and dropping a dime. Look at this. This is a perfect throw. Reynolds has to come down with that. If it hits you in the hands, just like a quarterback taking a snap from under center, if it hits you in the hands, you have to catch it. This is a well-timed ball and a well-thrown ball from Bo Nix. Perfect anticipation. Again, great job manipulating the safety. All high-end stuff. Drops a dime. Reynolds has to help him out here. Obviously, Reynolds had that reputation of the drops in Detroit, especially in the NFC Championship game. This is not a great way for Josh Reynolds to start his Denver Broncos career. Again, man, this is everything done right here from Bo Nix. Reynolds has to help him out. That's tough. That is just really, really tough. On this one, although Bo does get the first down with his legs, this was a complete and total misread by Bo. So the Broncos are going to be running mesh. Just a pair of crossing routes right here, just like that. And then they're going to pair that with a wheel route here to Samaje Perine. Bo's going to get the first down with his legs, mind you. But again, I just want you to take a look at this because those opportunities to get the first down with your legs aren't always going to be there. I have no idea why we're not throwing this shallow right here. You've got to throw that. That's open. And he's got room to turn up field and get some good yardage here. It's third down and I believe 3 on this one. Bo decides to leak out for whatever reason. He doesn't like it. You've got to throw that. It looks like he's peeking at the wheel route here. And even the wheel route, I feel like, is open. You could make an argument that both of those reads are open right there. Yes, Bo knows he's got green grass, but you're not always going to have green grass. You want to see Bo be able to execute in the concept, and I feel like he could have definitely gotten it right here to his crosser and possibly could have gotten it to the wheel route too. So, again, man, just not great awareness of the concept right there. He kind of, once again, rushes going through his reads. By this point, the protection at the top of the screen breaks down with Matt Parrott right there. So he's got to get the hell out of Dodge. Got some interior pressure on the stunt as well. So Bo just decides to scramble and take it for himself. And yes, he gets the first down, to his credit. But you want to see him be able to go through his read in the concept and make the throw that he's supposed to make right there. And this one is a miss for me. As much as Broncos fans are going to like the fact that he scrambled for the first down right there, you've got to make that throw. It's just that simple. All right, so this one here is going to be an interesting one. Right off the bat, the Colts are going to deviate from their normal cover 3, and they're going to call quarters here. You see the 4 deep defenders, 3 underneath. This is a classic quarters look right here that Bo Nix is going to get. It's going to be a play-action concept. You've got a deep over route right here, and then we've got the post right here. And then you've got Audric Estime, who's just going to kind of leak out into the flat as kind of your check down safety valve right here. And this is one where I would like to see Bo Nix get aggressive, and I would like to see him rip this post. He hits the bottom of his drop right here, and Marvin Mims, with his speed, if Bo Nix were to lead him, then this is possibly a touchdown. You've got to throw this post right here. In fact, I'll go ahead and speed it up a little bit further here just so you guys can see it. He's starting to split the coverage right there. So I really feel like this is a missed opportunity to throw it deep. He's then peeking at this deep over route, but I like the fact that he decided not to throw it. I know some people will think that's open, but you can see that 25 right here for the Colts has leverage where if Bo were to throw this over route, he could undercut it and pick it off. I was watching some other rookie quarterback film, and J.J. McCarthy kind of got fooled on something like this where it looked like it was open, but the defender had the leverage to undercut it, and he picked it off. So I'm actually okay with Bo not throwing throwing the deep over right here. He decides to just check it down, which is a good decision. I'm not going to sit here and negatively grade this play, but deep down, I'd like to see him get aggressive. Marvin Mims is splitting the safeties right here. I want to see him throw this post. It's a good look for Marvin Mims, and I just really want to see Bo Nix be aggressive in this situation. But I can also understand why he decided to check it down here. I can understand why he didn't quite feel comfortable about this because there were two defenders there. But honestly, a high-end quarterback in the NFL is going to make this throw to the post. So this is something that is a little bit nitpicky. I do understand that, but I want Bo Nix, next time he gets a read like this, I want him to be aggressive and I want him to throw the post. This is a good play that Bo uses his legs on. So this is just going to be a simple read option play. The guy that Bo's going to be reading is this edge defender for the Colts. If he crashes in to stop the run, Bo Nix is going to keep it himself. If he stays home to contain Bo Nix on the read option, just hand it off to Jaleel McLaughlin. Those are your two options on this play. So if we go ahead and roll the tape here, you'll see that the defender crashes in to stop the run. So Bo's going to keep it himself. He's got Nate Atkins out in front of him, lead blocking, with a nasty lead block at that, which gives Bo the space necessary to get the first down and then get out of bounds. So this is about as perfectly executed of a read option as you're going to see in the NFL. I love the little twist right there of bringing Nate Atkins across the formation and having him as sort of your lead block right there, allowing Bo to go upfield and get the first down. Good stuff, and I'll go ahead and roll it with full speed here just so you can see the athleticism for Bo Nix on this play. Like, I love this, and I'm just glad that we're finally going to see this implemented more and more with a guy like Bo Nix in there. They did run some read option with Russell Wilson last year, but I think now we're going to see even more of it because Bo Nix is obviously younger, and I feel like at this point more athletic than Russell Wilson is. Now, I know sometimes people actually confuse read option with an RPO. That last play we saw was a read option where there was no pass element to it. Bo had two options. He's either going to keep it himself or he's going to hand it off. On an RPO, generally the quarterback doesn't have the option to keep it. Sometimes he can, but not always. An RPO is a run play with a pass option tagged onto it. So this one here, and pretty much every RPO, the offensive line is going to be run blocking. They have to be anticipating a run. They have to be anticipating that the ball is going to get handed off. If not, the ball has to come out super quick, because if not, then offensive linemen can get downfield because they're run blocking. And if an offensive lineman is further than 1 yard down the field, then that is going to be a 5-yard penalty. So you've got to be very careful reading these RPOs correctly and not being slow with them, because if you're too slow, then one of your offensive linemen is going to get downfield. So that's really the difference between a read option and an RPO. Bo does not have an option to keep on this play. This is a run play where if Bo likes the look to throw it, he can throw it. In this case, it's off coverage. So what do we like against off coverage? We like out routes against off coverage. And that's exactly what Bo is going to see on this play, is the off coverage. So he likes throwing the out route here. He pulls it down and throws the out route to Devon Vele. Very simple read on the RPO right there. Again, it's a run play with a pass option tagged onto it. Bo liked the pass option, so he took it. Gain of 8 on first down and 10. Very solid stuff right there. And again, it's a simple concept that gets you into second down and short. You can live off of these pretty much all day long. Here, we've got another RPO, and this time you got Marvin Mims, who's going to come in motion pre-snap, and the Colts are going to pass Mims off to this guy right here in coverage, and you can already see it's going to be tough, especially with Marvin Mims' speed, for this guy to catch up ground and be able to get over there in time beforehand, and especially with this guy sort of acting as like a rub defender right here. This is a really cleverly designed concept on this RPO from Sean Payton. And we'll go ahead and roll it here. Again, it's a run play with run blocking with a pass option tagged on. And with Marvin Mims coming across the formation, this defender gets lost in the trash with this little natural rub right here. And Marvin Mims is wide open for an easy walk-in touchdown. So Bo pulls it down and delivers a strike. Really well-designed RPO from Sean Payton, and I'm so glad that RPOs like this are back, dude. Oh, it's nice to see a more modernized version of an NFL offense for a change. This play is going to be Lucas Kroll's fumble. The Broncos were set to go on a 2-minute drill, but Bo's just going to get a quick little completion over the middle here, or try to get a quick little completion to Lucas Kroll. Kroll bluffed, and then just a little sit route right here. Then Bo gets it to him accurately on time, in rhythm and structure. It's a great job by Bo, but Kroll's focused on trying to turn up field and get yards after the catch before he secures the catch. And it gets driven out right there. Fumble, Colts recover. But thankfully, on the very next drive, or on the very next play, the Denver Broncos got an interception. Jonah Ellis with the pressure affected the throw, and Keidron Smith with the interception. So the Broncos get the ball right back, and they've got a chance to go downfield for a second crack at this 2-minute drill. And right away, Lucas Kroll's going to come out on the first play and redeem himself for that fumble. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting improvisational play. It looks like the Broncos are trying to set up a screen to the right side to Samaje Perine, but it's not there. So you've got Lucas Kroll as kind of your outlet safety valve coming across the field right here. Bo realizes, oh crap, this isn't going to work, so I've got to find my safety valve. You'll see him kind of step up, and off platform, he delivers it to Kroll, who's got some good space to work with right there. It's a good job by Bo realizing the screen was dead and finding his safety valve. And Kroll's able to turn up field and get the first down right there. And then the Broncos are able to go and get set and run another play. And it's going to be another play to Lucas Kroll. We'll go ahead and run that play right here. So here's Kroll. He's just going to sit over the middle right here. Just another quick sit route. Bo hits the bottom of his drop. Quick delivery. Awesome stuff. Lucas Kroll turns up field again, and now the Broncos are close to midfield. So really good job by Lucas Kroll right there, being able to redeem himself after that fumble. And good job by Bo on the first play with the improvisation. And then on the second play, a good job of getting the ball out on time, in rhythm, in structure, and allowing Lucas Kroll to turn up field and get some positive yardage. Here we've got Bo having the right idea, but I don't know why his footwork is so bad on this play. So we've got a backside dig route right here at the top of the screen, which is the correct read to make in this situation. But the problem is Bo hits the bottom of his drop. He needs to throw this with anticipation now if he's expecting a completion here. Maybe he sees this defender and is worried about it, but not. You can't even make that excuse. He's looking to the right side of the field here. So, I don't know, man. At that rate, you should have just gone underneath and checked it down in that situation. Instead, Bo is going to try to throw this dig, but he steps up and takes this weird hitch, and it throws the timing of the play completely off. Hit the bottom of your drop, dude, and just throw it now. You don't have to step up and try to throw off platform again. It's like Bo was trying to show that he could throw off platform because he could throw off platform, and it throws off the timing. It still goes through Devon Vele's hands. He's got a chance to catch it here. But, again, this is just a bad job by Bo Nix with footwork. You've got to be more clean and crisp with your drop back like that and not take that extra hitch and then have to throw it off platform right there. That's not great, man. He's very lucky on that one. On this one here, Bo's going to get cover 3 again. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. And one thing that you definitely can do against cover 3, outside release go route. This defender is going to be in trail technique right here. So if Devon Vele can get behind Dallas Flowers right here, then he's got the potential to come upfield. Bo can lay this out, hit the bottom of his drop, off his back foot, just launch it, let it go, and allow Devon Vele to essentially run under it. And we'll go ahead and roll the clip right here, and Bo has got the right idea all the way. Hits the bottom of his drop and launches one, just leads Vele forward, and Dallas Flowers at this point realizes that he's cooked, so he's just going to have to crash in and commit a PI right there in order to prevent that from being a completion. Great job from Bo, hitting the bottom of his drop and leading that. That would have been a completion if Flowers didn't interfere right there. Great job by Bo, man. Good anticipation. Allows Vele to run under it, and then Flowers, again, just realizes that he's cooked and has to commit a foul right there. This is one where Bo Nix and Devon Vele just aren't going to be on the same page. So it's going to be 12 seconds left here before halftime. The Broncos have a couple of cracks to throw into the end zone right here, or at least they have the time for a couple of throws. But you'll see that Bo's anticipating Devon Vele to run kind of a goal line fade right here and just kind of stutter and then release to the outside and go to the pylon. Devon Vele, for whatever reason, decides to break it to the inside instead. Bo throws the fade. Vele goes to the inside, and Bo's lucky that Dallas Flowers doesn't get an easy pick right there. It's just a miscommunication, two rookies not being on the same page right there. That's something that you're going to hope to clean up in the film room. The Broncos have 8 seconds left after this and no timeout, so they decide not to be aggressive, and they just kick a field goal heading into halftime, which isn't a bad decision, but you want to see these errors of not being on the same page with your two rookies get cleaned up sooner rather than later. This is probably my second favorite throw of the day from Bo Nix. Man coverage here for the Indianapolis Colts. I want you to watch Devon Vele right here. He freezes this linebacker. Just look at this. He kind of catches him right there and trips him up. That is insane. You've got Jaleel running this wheel route right here. And the linebacker, once he falls, it's over. And Bo just lofts that thing with perfect touch, man. Perfect touch. But I got to give love to Devon Vele right there for freezing that linebacker and putting him on the ground. That is nastiness right there. But a really good job. Just a little wheel route right here to Jaleel McLaughlin. And McLaughlin does a really nice job just leaking away. Bo hits the bottom of his drop and lofts it with perfect touch and anticipation. Great stuff right there. And again, got to give some love to Devon Vele on that one for sure. All right, so the last throw that I've got for you is going to be David Sills on this crossing route right here. And Bo Nix is going to throw a little bit behind on this one, but I almost wonder if that's not on purpose. So you'll see that he throws it to David Sills' inside hip right there. And the reason for that is I believe that if he were to lead Sills to the outside, that would give time for this safety to crash in, light Sills up, possibly put him in the hospital, and then also jar the ball out. So I think that Nix was thinking, all right, I'm going to protect Sills right here and throw it to his inside hip. And that ends up being a good decision, I feel like. I feel like he's able to put the ball in the right spot right there, protect Sills from taking a big hit. He doesn't quite make the first down marker. Sean Payton challenged the play. He didn't win the challenge, but a couple runs later, the Broncos were able to get into the end zone with Audric Estime. All right, so overall, I thought that there was plenty to come away impressed with. I thought that Bo Nix made some really nice plays, such as the scramble drill to Cortland Sutton, the wheel route to Jaleel McLaughlin, the read option stuff, some of the RPOs, the touchdown to Marvin Mims. That was all good, but obviously he did have some misreads as well. It felt like he was rushing through things at times, and also his footwork definitely needs to be cleaned up. His footwork was kind of all over the place in this game. Hopefully he's able to tie down and get solid with his fundamentals and not have sloppy footwork again. And if he's able to do that, then I feel like he's going to be able to improve very greatly by the time we get into the next game, because he was still able to pretty much make almost all the reads he needed to make. He just had his footwork kind of let him down at times. So if Bo Nix cleans that up, then he's got a really good opportunity next week against Green Bay to impress. But based on what we saw in this game, I do feel like Bo Nix has earned the right to be the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. There's nothing to benefit Bo Nix by sitting. He's already got the pre-snap stuff mastered. He's already got the cadence mastered, the Mike linebacker identification, the alignments, all that stuff. And he was able to learn on the fly with live bullets in this game, and he's going to be able to continue to do that throughout the course of the regular season. Now, sure, there will be growing pains, just like there were in this game, but I feel like there was a lot more good than bad to take away from this game by a significant margin. So Bo Nix, I feel like, has definitely earned the right to be the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos, but we're also going to be looking for some significant improvement in these next couple of preseason games and ultimately throughout the regular season. All right, Broncos country, I am curious, after watching the film, do you guys feel like Bo Nix has earned the right to be the Week 1 starter? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.